Alex, this question dropped in during your segment, just asking for your opinion here on a hypothetical situation. Would you recommend possibly waiting to see how other lawsuits are playing out before perhaps filing for a coverage lawsuit yourself? We touched upon a number of examples and seeming to go either way, either pro or against the insured. So would you recommend perhaps waiting and seeing how the land lies in a while before filing that claim?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. It's a really good question, and I'm afraid I won't have a definite answer because it really depends on the facts and circumstances of each individual claim. But I would say this: I think that you have to be very mindful of any suit limitations period that may apply. I know as a policyholder attorney, there's often an inclination, you don't need to be the first one to file a suit. Let's just see how others play out before we take any further action. And I think that thinking is generally fine, but you want to make sure that by doing that, you're not waiving anything in the policy, whether it's a statutory statute of limitations period or a contractual limitations period. That's definitely should be at the forefront of your mind in terms of that decision on whether to wait or not. But if you do have the liberty of waiting, it can ultimately be a cost saver in the long run. It may be that a case is decided in your jurisdiction in a way that favors coverage, and then you may not have to file a lawsuit at all. So there's definitely pros and cons to both sides, but it really will depend on the individual facts and circumstances.
Thank you so much. And Alex, this is a follow-up question, kind of dovetails with the answer that you gave to the previous question. Just asking, in your experience, have you found that statutes of limitation apply to COVID-19 related business interruption claims? And if so, is that typically longer or shorter than the policy suit limitations periods of perhaps other types of claims?
Yeah, I think yes. I would say the short answer is yes. Both statute of limitations and contractual limitations periods generally apply. Typically, the contractual limitations period, which is in the policy itself, will be shorter than the statute of limitations, which, depending on what state you're in, can typically be 3 to 6 years for a policy breach of contract claim. So what the policy limitations period purports to do is limit that period, whether it be to 12 months, 24 months, and that's something definitely to be mindful of in evaluating your potential business interruption claim.